So welcome. We'll find the most comfortable position we can, and sometimes we don't even realize we're holding tension. So it's nice to put a little movement in the body. Maybe we sway from side to side if that feels good, or do some hip circles, coming to one side and the back and the other side and the front. And these can be really slow and really small if that's what your body needs, or they can be bigger and looser if that feels good to you today. Just really getting in touch with your body, feeling what does it feel like to let the earth support you. What does it feel like in your back, in your hips? How is everything going today? And we'll try to just observe without too much judgment. So if there is a place that feels like it's tight or constricted, we can breathe into it. So maybe it's the shoulders, and we do a few little shoulder rolls, and we can send our breath into the shoulders and say, okay, you feel a little tight today, but that's all right. We can loosen up just a little bit. Maybe we do some side bending if that feels nice, coming over to one side, feeling the length down the side of the body, and coming over to the other side and feeling the length from the armpit down to the hip, and just breathing here, seeing how it feels. Maybe we come into the neck and do a few neck rolls in one direction and the other direction, just taking it easy, asking ourselves, how does it feel to be in this body today, right now? Because it might feel different than it felt yesterday, and that's okay. We're a living creature. We change, we grow. We're not stagnant, and that's a good thing. And then maybe you move into the legs, maybe pedaling out the feet, or doing a bit of marching, or maybe you point the toes and let the heels come up off the ground, and press the heels into the earth and let the toes come up. Whatever would feel good in your body. And then once you feel like, okay, I've moved, I'm ready to be still, my body's ready to be still, slowly bring yourself back into that really comfortable seat. So that might mean that you put something behind your low back, or you put on a layer, you take off a layer, feather your nest so that you feel really good. You can close your eyes if that feels safe and accessible to you today. Or you can lower your gaze and kind of make your eyes go a little fuzzy. Find one little point of focus, we call it a dristi. And then we'll settle into the body by settling into the breath. First, just observing the breath. Where is it in your body today? Can you feel the chest rising on the inhale and sinking on the exhale? Can you pull the breath into the belly and allow the diaphragm to help bring the breath all the way down? Let the belly rise on the inhale and sink on the exhale. Keep it light, keep it easy. No need to take huge breaths, we're just noticing. And if you have an intention that you would like to set for your practice, something that you're working towards or something you would like more of in your life, send it out into the universe as a positive statement, as a statement that it's already happened. I am compassionate. I am happy. I am filled with peace. And we'll take a long, slow exhale, breathing into the nose. And let it out slowly, maybe through pursed lips. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Feel whatever's supporting you beneath your seat. And we'll cultivate some loving kindness together. And we can use any phrases that resonate with us for this. So often we use phrases like, may I be happy, may I be well, may I find peace. But I'm going to give you some other options, and you can choose a few that feel good to you. So we'll start with, may I be happy. You might like to put a hand over your heart or breathe into the heart space. You might like to imagine happiness pouring into you or happiness cultivating within you so that it can spill out of you. Another phrase we might use is, may I be peaceful. What does that feel like in your body when you can release tension and feel peace? What does it feel like in your mind when you can let the chatter go to the background and feel really calm in your headspace? May I be well. What does wellness mean in your body, physical wellness? And what does wellness mean in your mind, mental wellness, the ability to cope, to problem solve, to move forward with intention? Maybe you like the phrase, may I live with ease. May things come naturally to me. What does it feel like when everything seems to be going your way, or what you expect is what happens and you're able to move forward with ease? You might like the phrase, may I find deep joy. Maybe you even put a smile on your face as you're thinking about what joy feels like in your body. Our next phrase is, may I be free of pain. And this is both physical pain and the mental pain that lives in our head when we ruminate or when we worry or when we put too much effort on what might happen in the future or what's already happened in the past rather than what we can control, which is only this present moment. Take a breath. Let it out with a sigh. May I be free from harm. And this could be physical harm from our unpredictable world, but also psychological harm that we sometimes inflict on ourselves or sometimes comes from others. Maybe you envision a nice bubble of peace that can deflect some of the harm that might come our way. And finally, may I feel safe. This is a really important one because when we feel safe, we can turn off our flight or fight response and turn on this rest and digest response. And it is only when our body feels safe that we can turn on this healing response and get this autonomic nervous system working to repair and restore any damage in our bodies. So choose a few of those that you would like to wish for yourself and that you would like to wish for others, or come up with your own. This doesn't have to be rigid. You can make the practice work for you. And then do a quick body scan. If there's any place in your body that is gotten a little uncomfortable or you feel like it's holding tension, it's okay to mindfully move, to breathe into that space. Coming back to the breath and bringing your attention inwards. So picture yourself in your mind's eye and become really aware of the person that you are. And then bless yourself with some of those phrases. May I be, and it's nice to repeat each of these 2 to 5 times. You choose the number for today. And we'll repeat each of the phrases the same number of times for ourselves. And then for others. There's no rush. We have time here. You can speak your words out loud or silently in your head. And if you notice other thoughts coming in, because the thoughts do like to come, don't they? You can say, oh, thank you for coming to my attention. I'm going to think about you later. And just bring the attention right back to the words. Some people find that it's difficult to send love to yourself. And if that's you, you can think of an act of kindness that you've done, some way you've helped yourself or others. It could even be something small. And then you can say these words from that place of goodness as a bit of gratitude for the good acts that you've done, for the benefit that you've shown to yourself and to the people who are important to you. Or sometimes it's helpful to speak these words to yourself as a child. So either your inner child or imagining yourself in the past when you were little and wishing that small version of yourself peace and happiness. And then next, I'd like you to invite someone that you're close to into your mind's eye. So someone who you share this life with, a friend, a partner, a child, someone you're very close with, someone you have love for. And picture this person, this very important person in your life, sitting right in front of you. Look at their face. Let their image become really rich, as vibrant as possible. And so wherever this person is in real life, speak or say in your mind your chosen phrases as though they are right there with you. So this time it's may you be happy, for example. And repeat them a few times, the same way you did for yourself. And then watch that person smile. Maybe you offer them a hug, and then send them on their way. Let them stand up and move on as we move into our next bit of loving kindness. So next we'll bring to our mind's eye someone neutral, someone you have neutral feelings about. And this likely is someone that you don't know very well. It could be someone you cross paths with if you're out and about in your neighborhood, or maybe it's someone who works in a shop or somewhere that you frequent. You might have brief exchanges with them. And watch them come and sit down in front of you and speak your phrases to them. May you be peaceful, well, whatever phrases struck you. And send them your loving kindness. And then take your time. There's no rush. As you finish wishing them well, maybe you offer them a handshake or a hug. Watch them smile. And then let them stand up and walk away. And then I invite you, if you've lost it, to come back to your breath. Find some grounding, find some space with your inhales and your exhales. Maybe you look for that imperceptible gap where the inhale turns into the exhale, and that little tiny baby gap where the exhale turns into the inhale. The next level of loving kindness is the challenge level. This is someone who you may have negative or difficult feelings about. So stay with the breath. This can be challenging, but it can be done. So picture in your mind's eye someone who you may have negative feelings or memories about, someone you may have had a disagreement with, maybe someone you have a grudge against, or someone who's disrespected you and that has never repaired that relationship. So examples could be an ex-partner or a family member or a colleague from a job. This is, for many people, the most challenging. Sometimes it's even more challenging than sending love to ourselves. So if the idea of sending loving kindness to someone you have negative feelings about is too much, maybe you choose someone who doesn't elicit quite so raw or intense emotions, and you maybe work up to being able to have loving kindness for even the most difficult people in your life. And again, invite them in, look at them as they sit in front of you, and speak directly to them, repeating your phrases. May you be. And if this is hard, come back to the breath. The negative feelings can get trapped in our body, and sending out good well wishes, even to people who have wronged us, can really help us relieve ourselves from some of these really difficult emotions. And then as you finish wishing this person well, let them stand up, let them walk away. And if you need to regulate and bring yourself back to yourself, you can put one hand on your heart and one hand on the belly and feel your belly rise and sink as you inhale and exhale. Our last step today for our loving kindness practice is to wish all beings well. All living beings, all animals, all people, all life, all plants. So we're going to expand our awareness. Imagine all the members of our family, all our friends' families and their friends, all of the people you've ever met in your life, and all of the people you'll never meet in your life. And we'll repeat our phrases and send out loving kindness to all of life wherever it exists. May we all be happy. And then once you have sent out your loving kindness to all beings everywhere, take a few breaths in quiet meditation. Focus on the sensations in your body. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your body in the chair. And if your eyes are closed, you can open your eyes. Thanks for practicing with me today.